Okay, I have not seen Pitch Meeting in a long time. And let me tell you something. I am a big fan of this guy, and I have not been watching his content lately. And I decided to say, hey, let's react to this, right? The reason why I take a long time to make these videos, it's not because they're hard, because they're not. It's because I'm waiting for fans to say, hey, react to this, react to that, react to this, react to that, right? And I've been uh, lifting some weights a bit, trying to lose some of that weight. You know what I'm saying? Trying to lose some of that fat and stuff. All right. Is it hard? No. Exercise is not hard. It just takes time. All right. Here's my advice on working out. Advice number one: do not look at other people working out because you get discouraged. Number one. Number two: look at other people who's worse than you. All right, right now I'm looking at that Amber Heard person, not her, Amber Lean. You know, I'm looking at Wings of Redemption. I'm looking at Boogie 298. I'm looking at people who's way worse off than me, right? And I'm like, I don't want to be anything like that. Then instead of comparing yourself to you know, compare yourself to wrong people, I'm gonna compare myself to people who I'm better off, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm looking at Wings with Redemption. I'm looking at him saying, hey, think to myself, like, don't be like this guy, right? Or I'm looking at Bookie Tuna, whatever his name is. Don't be like that guy, And I'm just writing down the things who to not be so I can stay motivated, right? So I came up with a psychological life hack here. Instead of comparing yourself to people who's better than you, compare yourself to people who you think you're better than. Even though it's the most egotistical thing ever, right? Even though it's the most like egotistical narcissist, right? Because why not? Right now, I've been binge watching, Breaking Banquet or wherever that guy's name is, right? He has the best intro ever, but these people who I mentioned could be very good people. Wings of Redemption. He could be a pretty good person. He probably donates to the homeless. Protects the puppy dogs, right? And he probably does a bunch of cool stuff. And all they have is stuff that makes them look bad. Same thing with everybody else. But for me to be motivated, right? And I also sometimes watch my 600-pound life too to stay motivated. Like I don't want to be that, rather than looking at somebody who's a Greek god and impossible to achieve, right? Like versus I don't want to be that, right? Actually, that I went from 420 to 413, right? But also, so yeah, that's kind of why I'm kind of slow with these videos. Is because I've been working out lately, and I'm also trying to find fans to tell me to react to a certain video, right? Oh my goodness. Let's get on with it. Oh, ooh, cracking my neck. It's game time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say this before anybody says I should watch these Marvel movies. I kind of dropped out when Iron Man died. Alright? When Iron Man died, that's when it kind of died off. Other than that, I don't really care because, Iron Man's my favorite character, comic book character, and movie character too. Because if you watch the movie, all of the movies they end, right, he learns from his mistakes. And that's the little details about his character that it's kind of awesome. Like, kind of awesome, too. But, anywho, let's get on with it.
So, you have some new Marvel for me? Yes, sir, I do. It's time to put an end to Phase 6. Or 5? I think it might be 4. Is it 4? Maybe it's 5. Nobody knows for sure. Okay, now I have to say, things have not been super great around here recently. I have a little bit of fear that my butt might be in danger. No worries, sir. This is gonna turn all of that around. It's called Thunderbolts Asterisk. Asterisk? I just said I'm afraid my butt's in danger. No, like an asterisk, like a little symbol. Oh, okay. Wait, why would we put that at the end of a title? Because there's gonna be a big twist at the end where it turns out this team we're following in this movie, they weren't the Thunderbolts, they were the new Avengers. Oh, that is a nice surprise. Thank you. I'm gonna tell everyone as soon as the movie comes out. What? So what happens in this thing? Well, Yelena's doing missions for that Valentina boss lady, but she's sad because she feels like life is meaningless. Oh, has she not heard of money? Because that's what gives my life meaning. I shouldn't say just money, also things. Yeah, right, well, I guess she hasn't heard of money or things, so she's sad. That is sad. So Valentina sends Yelena on a new mission, but she's got something up her sleeve. Is it elbows? Well, technically, yes. I knew it. But also, she sent all her field agents to the same place to have them kill each other. Uh-oh, which agents? We're talking frickin' Ghost, U.S. Agent, Taskmaster. Oh, Taskmaster. I've been wanting to see more of Taskmaster on the big screen. Yeah, so Taskmaster immediately gets shot in the head and dies. Oh, my God. So all these characters are fighting, and they accidentally let this character Bob out of the container he was in. So he's like, hi, I'm Bob. That means nothing to me. But then it turns out this room's an incinerator, and Valentina wants to burn them all to cover her tracks. How do they figure that out? A 2-minute timer appears and it starts getting warm. Probably shouldn't have put a timer on the wall for the incinerees to see. I guess this was a timer that she also wanted incinerated? That makes sense. So does Ghost go through the wall and let them all out? Well, actually, Valentina has this sound thing installed to stop Ghost from doing just that. Very smart. Gonna be tough for them to get out now. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because see, the power source for the thing is in the room with them, so they destroy that and Ghost is good to go. Probably shouldn't have put that in the room with them. I guess this was a power source that Valentina also wanted incinerated. That makes sense. So then there's gonna be this thing of, oh, is Ghost gonna come back and help them? But then she does. Okay. And then one by one, each character has a moment almost exactly like that, and they escape. Aha, sounds like they're a reluctant team now. That's exactly what they are. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. But then Valentina and her team are there, so Bob sacrifices himself so they can escape. Well, that's nice of him. Turns out he's freaking bulletproof and he can fly and he's got a bunch of powers. Oh, he does? Yeah, we'll get back to that later, but then Red Guardian shows up and picks up the team. How does he know where they are? Well, see, he's a limo driver now and he was driving Valentina around and overheard the whole plan. Valentina doesn't vet her drivers at all? Not even a little bit. In fact, his limo company's called Red Guardian Limo Service. Literally the superhero name of the father of one of her main operatives. Yeah, she should have caught that one, but she didn't. Anyway, so he picks them up, but then they all get apprehended by Bucky. He's from like 8 other MCU projects. He sure is, sir, and in this movie, he's a congressman, but he doesn't like it. How come? Because it's stupid and he prefers punching things. That makes sense. Why'd he even do that in the first place? Unclear, but he also wants to stop Valentina, so he joins the squad. What are they, some kind of suicide squad? For legal purposes, no, they are not. Right. Well, it'll be nice to have a super soldier serum guy on the team with the other super soldier serum guy and the other super soldier serum guy. Yeah, making it a 3-pack. So now Bob is with Valentina because she wants to make him into a superhero she can control. Okay, the thing is, he doesn't even know how to control his powers. So what does Valentina do? She tells him, hey, learn to control your powers, and he does that pretty much immediately. Well, okay, that was pretty straightforward. It was, and the thing about this guy that we're just gonna kind of explain right before it happens is that he's got a god complex, so she compliments him, and that means she's in control of him. Just like that? Just like that. So she calls him Sentry, and when the team shows up to stop Valentina, he kicks all their butts. Oh boy, a very powerful former Bob. But then he realizes, hey, why am I listening to this lady? And he turns her on. What? Sorry, he turns on her. Oh, that makes a ton more sense. So Valentina's assistant uses a kill switch on Sentry, and her and Valentina get out of there. They don't stick around a minute to make sure he's actually dead. Well, listen, sir, nobody's ever done that in a movie. We're not about to be the first. It's a good point. So anyway, it turns out that this kill switch triggered something inside of Sentry and turned him into this dark, shadowy, void version of himself. Oh, I have one of those following me around. Really? Because this is like a metaphor for depression and whatnot. Oh, mine just tells me to do things. Say that something is tight. Something is tight. What? Anyway, so this freaking void character starts attacking everybody in New York City. I mean, if people are still living in New York City at this point, they have like no self-preservation instinct. Yeah, so he starts turning all these danger magnets into shadows. What do you mean? Well, it seems like they're dead, but really they get sent to these shadow places called shame rooms. I've got one of those set up in my basement, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Gross. So everybody gets sent to these places where they gotta like relive their worst moments. Uh-oh. So Yelena and the team voluntarily go down there and they find Bob. How? By finding Bob. Nice. So Bob starts like beating up his shadow self, but it's not working. So what do? Well, the team all gets together and give him a big hug and tell him that he's not alone, and so that calms him down and the day is saved. So we're doing 2 movies in a row where the big main conflict is resolved by getting somebody to calm down a little bit. That's right, and then Valentina presents them to the press as the new Avengers. Amazing. So what do you think? Well, I mean, technically this is an event.
See that? See that? I cannot believe y'all still watch Marvel. I still cannot believe y'all watch that. Like, ever since Avengers Endgame happened, right? Ended. Everything is going, except for, Spider-Man No Way Home. That's a pretty good movie. I mean, that right there just sounds like a mindful to me. Sounds like a handful.
Movie, so technically this is gonna be a monster at the box office. The biggest we've seen in a while.
Yeah. But again, if you like my reactions, I didn't mean to yawn like that. That's kind of rude. It's table manners and whatever. But again, I'm still waiting for y'all to tell me what to react to. Yeah, but by the way, make sure after I'm getting done with this video and everything like that, we get back to lifting. I gotta go. Whoop whoop. Yeah. That's it.
Hi, this is Ryan George from the...
Yeah. See, I don't know why. Fine, I understand they gotta do something new, and I understand they gotta do something different, right? And that's cool. By the way, have y'all seen that Superman trailer? It's pretty awesome. I like it. I don't know why these superhero fans insist on bashing on David Sweat, or whatever his name is. Right? I think it's Corn Sweat. I don't understand why they keep bashing the new actor. The new actor didn't do anything wrong. Like, I think he's gonna do amazing. I think the movie's gonna be awesome and everything. I think the trailer's peak. This is awesome too. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. By the way, the people I was talking smack about, they could be good people, right? They could be amazing people. It's just people know how to nitpick on the things that makes them look bad. Alright, here we go.